Hey, Miss Williams, how are you today?
Hello. All right.
You're all right?
Yeah.
All right, that's good to hear because I know you were a little overwhelmed the last time we met with everything that you have going on.
Mhm.
Um, so, how are you feeling about the adoption process? Well, don't answer yet. On a scale of 1 to 10, and with 10 being you're very comfortable with adoption, you know that's what you want to do, that's your goal, and 1 being that's just not what you want to do anymore, and you don't feel comfortable with it. How would you rate it?
Probably like a 6.
A 6?
Yeah. Like I'm a little comfortable. Like I know that like probably giving this baby up would be like a really good thing for me, but a part of me is still a little,
Hesitant?
yeah. Like I'm kind of not sure if that's exactly what I need to do. Like
All right, so if you're not going to do adoptions, or if you're thinking about doing something else, what would that other alternative be?
possibly maybe keeping the baby myself and trying to raise it, but it's kind of like I know that that's not really a good option for me right now because the baby's father is just he doesn't want anything to do with it. I talked to him, I told him about it, and I was, hoping that he would say, keep the baby, let's raise it together. And he's just like, put it up for adoption. Like, I don't care. So,
Okay. All right, so is it that you just feel like the baby should be raised within a family, like a nuclear family, the mother being there, the father being there, and that's your biggest concern is just him not being there?
yeah, because I feel like I need him to help raise it because I can't do it on my own. I'm not financially stable enough to do it on my own. Like like the job that I'm working, I don't make enough money to barely take care of me, let alone a child. So probably yeah, like a 2-parent home that maybe has like if people have money, maybe have education. Like that'd be something really good that I'll be looking for.
Okay. All right. So, you have talked to him,
Yeah,
and he's still saying the same thing. He's still saying he wants nothing to do with you or the baby or
yeah.
just the baby.
Both really, but I believe that maybe if I wasn't pregnant, like he would probably be more willing to like work things out. But I know like he really does not want a baby at all. Like he doesn't like children. He's always said that like he didn't want a baby. But I thought like that he was just saying that until he got maybe had one. But here I am pregnant and he doesn't want it.
Okay.
So
All right. So, with him being the father of the child, here at Sunshine, there are going to be some documents that he's going to sign to just relinquish his parental rights. Do you think he'll be willing to sign the paperwork?
yeah, anything to have this over and done with, he will. Like he doesn't want anything to do with the baby, so I don't see him like coming in saying he did. He wants it at the last minute. Like he doesn't care.
All right. So I hear you talking about some families now. I know the last time we met, you just didn't know what type of family that you wanted for the child. So now you have like a set kind of thing. You want it to be raised in like a mother and father there, or
Well, yeah, because like in my house, it was just like my mom and like me and my 3 other sisters.
mhm.
So I know how hard that is, and so I don't I don't want a child to go through that. So when I see families, I see like the mom, the dad, the kids, they all look so happy. So that's kind of like what I want the child to be placed in.
I understand. I definitely
And
understand.
and if it could be like a Christian household, that would probably be like what because I was brought up in the Christian church,
Okay.
so that's what I would really be looking for
Okay.
to maybe that being a big thing when picking families.
All right. Well, In our next session, we're trying to match you with the best family possible if you choose adoption. So, in our next session, we're going to go through and just, religion, what type of religion you want them to be, what type of family you would like them to be, and just some different options that'll help us get a better understanding of who you would like to raise the baby.
Mm,
Okay, and then on another note, I know that we also talked about the open and closed adoptions. Do you remember what those were?
not really.
Okay, so I can go back over it. So the open adoptions, meaning that you will be able to contact the family that the baby is placed with. Um, Not a lot of contact, but you will be able to get like pictures and updates on the baby. And with closed adoptions, it's you're not going to be able to get those pictures or updates. You won't even be able to contact the family. So it's just what you would rather have. Have you thought about that any?
Not at all. Like, I don't know how I would feel because maybe it's like with open ended. I mean, well, like, what is it? Open ended or open adoption? Open adoption.
Open ended.
I would feel like seeing the child all the time would make me regret maybe putting them up for adoption. Like seeing my child like maybe bond with somebody else could maybe be hurtful. But then at the same time, if I do close, I would always wonder like what the child turned out like. So I don't know. Like what do most people do?
Well, at Sunshine, I know that most people choose the closed adoption. It's a little hurtful to them, but they feel the same way you do. With the open adoption, they start to regret it more, and after you give the baby up, like 10 days later, the baby is permanently with that family. So
So if I give the baby up, I have 10 days
yeah,
to.
if you have 10 days to get custody of the baby again, if you choose that you don't want to give the baby up anymore, then you still have 10 days to say, well, I changed my mind, I do want this baby, and the baby will be placed back in your custody. So it's just really up to you which option you choose, but we sort of have to choose soon because different families allow different things. And so some families they want the child and they don't want their child to know that they're adopted. So obviously open adoption wouldn't be their choice. And then some families they don't mind the child knowing that they're adopted. So open adoptions wouldn't be a problem for them and you'll be able to get those updates. But then you have to still think about, of course, um, seeing those pictures and wanting the baby back.
Will I be able to like go visit the child from time to time, maybe?
It's definitely up to the family. The only thing we require is giving you updates, sending you pictures, things like that. But most of the families that do open adoptions, they have no problem at all with allowing you to visit the child.
Mm, I think I probably would end up going more towards the clothes because I think maybe just seeing a child all the time, or even not all the time, but just constantly hearing about the updates would probably make me regret it.
Okay.
Because I'm already feeling a little like depressed about it. Like, because I feel like, how can I just give up my child? But then it's like, right now I know that it's not a good thing for me to try to take care of him myself because I don't have the money to do so. So,
I understand, but so why are you feeling depressed again?
because, like, who just gives up their child? So I kind of feel like maybe I'm bad for wanting to do that, but then it's like, I know at the same time, it's better for the child. Like maybe I'm just being selfish right now. Like I don't know. I feel like I kind of want to keep the baby with me because I don't really have anybody else. So it's like once I give up the baby, who will I have? You know, it's kind of like
I understand
that
where
kind of
you're coming from.
situation.
Well, you're definitely not a bad person. If anything, you have courage and you're brave. You're really brave. Some people, they have babies knowing that they can't, afford a baby, or they don't have the right lifestyle for a baby, and they put them through so much and they get hurt so much that the best option probably would have been for them to do adoption and give it to a loving family. But I just find it very courageous for you to say, hey, yes, I'm pregnant, but I would rather just have this baby, not abort it, have this baby and give it to someone that will love them.
Yeah, because I haven't always done everything right, but in my religion, I do feel like abortion is wrong. And so I decided to go ahead. I have to keep it, but my mom was like, maybe I should just go ahead with the adoption because she can't help me. She's still trying to, raise my sisters, and I don't have the money. So
Okay, so your mom, I was going to ask you about your family. So your mom knows, and she's thinking that adoption is actually a good idea.
yeah, because like she know how hard it is, like she raised me and my sisters, so she knows, what all it takes, and she kind of just doesn't want me to go through all of that because she had to do it by herself because our dad loved her, so she
I mean,
understands.
it's definitely, you do have the strength. You have the strength to raise a child on your own and be that independent woman, that single mother raising a child. You do have that ability. I want you to know that. You do. But it is going to be hard. It's not going to be an easy road. Um,
Yeah, see, I still want to go to school, and I know having a baby will make that so much harder, so I think it would just probably be better just. I think I really am gonna just stick with the adoption.
okay.
I think, but will I get to pick the parents, or will they pick me? Or?
Well, what we're going to do, we're just going to go ahead and, they're kind of like picking you because they already, when they come in, they say what kind of child they want. They may say, I want this race, or I want someone from this background. Okay? So they're kind of like picking you. And when we do the match process, we'll choose 5 or 6 families that we feel are best fit for you. And yes, you will choose from those. Which one do you think would raise your child the best? Which one you think is the best placement for them? And also, we'll give you 2 weeks to get to know this family, get to really know this family and see if this is who you want.
I kind of want. I know for sure I want the family to be a black family because I want my child to. Oh, it's my child. I want the child to know, to maybe feel included. Like, if they go to a white family, they will stick out. So that could be an issue. Like, they may feel like they don't belong from the get go because they will know that they're a different color. So maybe, and because like I want the child to know about like their culture and their background. So being with a black family is probably what I really want.
I understand. And
Exactly.
see, everybody has those options and those preferences. So once we match your preferences with an adoptive family's preference, then I think that would be the best time for us to start considering what family is going to be best for your child. Okay, so I know that we talked about everything as far as what type of family you want for the baby. We also spoke about getting those rights relinquished for the baby from the father, of course.
Yeah.
Talked about your family. Talked about open and closed end. All right. So on the next session, when we come, we're going to go ahead and look at some families that have the same preferences as you.
Mhm.
And from there, we're going to start our matching process. And in the meantime, I'm going to give you a checklist. On this checklist, there's a lot of things that I want you to just look over because I know that you have some doubts. I know that you're still going back and forth with whether you want to do adoption or, keep the child. So I'm going to give you some pros and cons of both on this checklist. And also on the checklist is going to have just some things I want you to review. I want you to really, really understand this open and closed end adoption process. And I just want you to review just the process of adoption.
Okay.
And so it's going to have some information and helpful websites on there for you.
Okay.
All right. Did you have any other questions for me?
No, that was pretty much it.
All right. Well, I'll be more than happy to see you on our next session.
Okay.
All right. See you later, Miss Wayne.
Bye.